한국 친구들 어떻게 사귀었어요? 저는 작도 도시 살아서 확실히 다른데 내년 아마 서울 살 가라서 하잖아요. 질문 때문에 한국어 연습해야 됐어요. I think you're trying to ask me how do you make Korean friends? I met a lot of my friends through the apps. Funniest date story. The guy came over, he saw me, he was like, I gotta go. Can you give some tips for eye makeup for people with monolids because this bitch cannot find any practical everyday look? And there's so many looks on the internet. All you have to do is type in monolid eye makeup. For monolids, I would put like a base shadow all over the lid. And when you're layering colors, because usually, well, this is just me, but I usually tend to go lightest to darkest. Rather than, for me, if I'm putting, let's say I put my base color on, then I would probably go in with like medium eyeshadow, like more so here in the outer corner, and then the deepest color in the outer V. But for a person with monolids, what I would do is I'll put a base color all over, and then the medium shadow, I'll go more like on the lid here, and then the deepest shade closest to the lash line across. So the color would be kind of like fanning out this way. For me, my color would kind of be fanning out this way, if that makes sense. I don't know. You might want to start out without just like 3 colors and practice with it, and then later on you can try crazier looks. But yeah, there's definitely lots of YouTube videos for monolids. What is your favorite Korean fashion brand? Also, where do you tend to shop for clothes? I mentioned before, A-Land, Wonder Place, and J+. Those stores in general aren't really brands. They carry lots of brands in them, so I don't really have like one favorite brand of clothing. I used to be really into Mr. Street and Aboki, but I don't know. I have to order it, and I like having like instant gratification. Are you in a relationship with Jung Kim? No, I am not. Would you rather fuck Wonho once or marry him and never see him naked? What? How did you come to be friends with Miles J, Joan, and other YouTube peeps? Any funny stories? Who started talking to who first? Miles J, I found out that he was coming to Korea, so I hit him up, and he was nice enough to like give me the light of day, so that's how I met Miles. Joan and I have a mutual friend, and I met this friend on Tumblr. He came to Korea to teach English, and we knew each other for many, many years, but we never met because he was from Chicago. But finally, well, actually, when he was leaving Korea, before he left Korea, I met up with him, and we were, you know, hanging out, and he brought Joan with him, and that's how I met Joan. What product has helped you with textured skin? The Choi Aoke Accent Recovery Cream. I forgot the names off the top of my head, but I'll put them like right here. And also the Skin 79 Snail Cream. What is your favorite song at the moment? You said your question is really boring, but I like these questions because I like finding new music. Lately, I've been really listening to Don't Need No Money by Imani Williams. I've been listening to a lot of Aura's music. I just discovered Card. It's DSP's new co-ed group, and their song is like poppin' as fuck. I recently got into Slumber Party by Britney Spears. I really like Hands Free by Kiki Palmer. I like music like that. Very like, I don't know how to describe that kind of music you would hear on SoundCloud. I love that kind of music. What's your favorite makeup trick that you like doing? I really love baking. I think baking really works. Just make sure you moisturize your skin really well if your skin is dry. I don't know why I don't do it more often, because I used to do it all the time, but every time I do remember to do it, love it. Do you prefer eyeliner in gel, liquid, or pencil form? I kind of like them all, but if I had to choose one, probably gel. Yeah, gel, because I get the most pigmentation from it, and if I need to smudge, I can quickly smudge it, and I just feel, because it lasts the longest. Do you have any tips on how to make your foundation look more natural? Use a beauty blender if you're using liquid foundation. If you use powder foundation, make sure you buff it in really well with a buffing brush. Like I mentioned earlier, we'll take off all the excess powder. But definitely a beauty blender is the way to go. Or any sponge, really. If you find that the coverage isn't enough, so you have to keep adding more, but then that ends up making it look more cakey, try mixing a little foundation and a little bit of cream concealer together. That will up the coverage, but you won't be adding more layers of foundation. What is your absolute favorite book? Something that drew you in and never let you go? Definitely, I don't read really anymore, but the series that I have in my head that I know definitely did that to me was a series of unfortunate events. I would skip sleep just to read it. Fave clothing item? I'll probably say like my hat, because whenever I'm having like a bad hair day, I always just wear a hat, and that saves my ass. Also, my Nike Air Force Ones, I love those shoes. They're so fucked up right now, but I love that like dirty look to shoes. Do you remember your first makeup item? Love you and your videos. Thank you. My first makeup item, I think it was the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. It had like, it was double-ended. One side was concealer and the other side was like a brightener. Terrible eye makeup product, but it was my first one. What is your go-to order at coffee shops? Probably caramel macchiato or an ice latte. I don't like Americanos or like, you know, just black coffee. I love really sweet coffee, so in fact, actually, after I film this, I think I'm gonna go get some coffee. How do you like spending your weekends? Also, have a very nice day. You give me so much inspiration for my makeup, and it's so nice to listen to you babble away. Thank you. That's really sweet. Most of my weekends these days are spent like filming videos or hanging out with friends, or editing. So, yeah, I wish I could spend my weekends just at home relaxing, to be honest with you, but what can you do? Is there an old video of yours that makes you cringe? Oh my god, there's so many. I'm gonna make a separate video about that. I have a lot of old videos that are private right now that I think would be really fun to show you guys. But every time I watch it, I'm just thinking about it now. Ah! Advice for people that want to start YouTube but are kind of scared to. I say just go for it. A quote that I heard from my English teacher a long time ago was that start, the rest is easy. It's all just the hardest part is just starting. I think you just start. Once you start, get your feet on the ground, you start running, then you'll be fine. However, if your goal in mind is to make a lot of money on YouTube, then you should know that's very difficult these days. If you're gonna do YouTube, try to do it because you want to do it, not because you're making a lot of money. For me, I'm making quite a bit of money on YouTube now, but more so I think about how much I enjoy doing it. That's why I'll spend nights like not sleeping just because I want to work on my YouTube videos, and I really genuinely enjoy it. So yeah, I got really fucking lucky with the amount of success, I guess, that I got. So I'm really grateful for it, but it's just these days it's so much harder to like make like a living off of YouTube. So if you're gonna start YouTube, do it because you're passionate about it, and yeah, be consistent. I know this is a stupid question, but how to grow your self-esteem when you don't have any and you're basically a pushover? I know the age-old fake it till you make it is kind of overused, but I really think it helps in a way. You don't want to come off cocky, but I was very much a pushover growing up. However, I look back and I really wish I was like a little more how I am now, I guess. I don't know, I'm torn between just telling, I can't tell you to just like have confidence, because you can't tell anyone just to have confidence. It's not like, oh, let me just turn on the switch, oh, now I'm confident. That's just not how it works, but it helps to try and care less about what people think. Oh, sorry, I had to go use the bathroom. Yeah, I don't know, try to surround yourself with people that you enjoy hanging around with. Being with people that just put you down is just gonna make you feel worse about yourself, and I don't know, just being around people that are nice, kind, or make you feel good will help you in that way. I feel like a lot of times if you spend your time alone, that's when you start to like think bad things, you start to like feel self-confidence issues. So surround yourself with good people, or try to keep yourself busy all the time. That way you're blocking out like a lot of thoughts that come to you when you're just alone, sitting there. Terrible answer, but that's, I can't think of anything else. Do you remember the first product you ever did a review on? I think it might have been like the Etude House BB cream for men, the Bad Boy BB cream or something like that. Terrible BB cream. It was like way too fucking light for me. It was so light, but I was like, it's a pretty good BB cream. It's one of the worst BB creams I've ever tried. It does not, it comes off just from like, even just touching, it's like, comes off. The color's completely unnatural. I don't know. Do you ever use eyelid tape? How are your eyelids always so even? No, I don't use eyelid tape, and my eyelids are actually kind of uneven. One has slightly more folds than the other, but I think it's this eye. Yeah, I never use eyelid tape because I have way too much like double eyelid action going on. Have you seen any movies lately? I watched, the last movie I remember watching was World War Z, and before that, I Am Legend, but that was just on Netflix. When did you start learning Korean, and how long did it take you to learn Korean? I think I started 2013. No, probably like 2011 or 12, but that was just like every now and then. But like taking it seriously, maybe it's starting from 2012, 2013. I would say about a year and a half it took me to get like a decent like grip on Korean, so I can kind of start to at least like texting in it. Who did you want to be as a child? I remember for the longest time as a child, I would always tell everyone I would want to be like a architect or something. Ugh, girl, I hate about that fucking life. Tips for finding the right brow color. For me, I it's probably because I have light hair, so I can color my hair, my eyebrow, whatever I really want. But I honestly just go for whatever goes well with the look. But if we're talking about just like your everyday like brow color, apparently if your hair is darker, go 2 shades lighter, and if your hair is lighter, go 2 shades darker, if that makes sense. Just don't find anything too reddy orange. Try to go for something more like gray. more greenish in color. Which lip tints work the best for those that have chapped lips? Mine seem to have always fade away and I have to keep replying. The Peri Pera tints are fantastic, and also the Labiote ones. What products do you use to make your skin so healthy and smooth? Acid toners all the way will always help make your skin look much smoother. Even though my skin is uneven and really red, it's very smooth, and I have to attribute that to acid toning. Definitely. Awkward personal question, but how much does it cost to live where you live? I don't know why a lot of people get uncomfortable about this question. I know people are like, that's my personal business. No, I don't mind saying, my apartment costs, 750,000 won a month. That's like 650-ish US dollars. Don't quote me on that. But it's kind of expensive for the kind of room that I'm living in. Every time I tell like a Korean person specifically, they're like, oh my God, that's so expensive. Because the thing is, I didn't pay that much for my down payment. The more you pay for your down payment, the less your monthly is. But because my down payment was like the same as a monthly rent, which is actually what I'm used to, like in California, the rent is much higher. But honestly, compared to California, this is like not that expensive. When you take your solo pics for Insta, do you just sit awkwardly waiting for the timer, or do you just hit record and screenshot your favorite pose? For YouTube, I used to do that a lot, where I would, or even now, if I forget to take a thumbnail photo, I will just find a frame and I'll screenshot it. But if we're talking about Instagram, either you're probably referring to like this photo. This one, yeah, I put a timer and then I pose or whatever. Other than that, you know, it's probably just a selfie, or someone will take a photo for me. Top 10 Japanese makeup products if you have. Girl, I don't have like any makeup products from Japan. Where's the taco place you mentioned on Snapchat? It's called Taco House, and it's by Jihang Station, all the way in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. What makes you confident? Makeup makes it, like, getting myself all ready. I love that whole transformation, so that's what makes me confident. When I like how my hair's looking, when I like how my makeup is looking, when I like my clothes, that's definitely what makes me confident. And I know it can sound very like self-absorbed and shallow, but honestly, at this point, like, who fucking cares? Like, if you feel confident in yourself, if you need to wear a ton of fucking foundation, if you need to wear a budget fucking concealer to cover up your acne, who cares? As long as you're confident and as long as you feel good within yourself, who fucking cares? Do you recommend any Korean makeup skincare brands that are suitable for people with extremely sensitive skin? Skincare, definitely Choyarke, Accent, acne sensitive skin. I have several skin conditions to which my skin only reacts well to natural products without parabens. You might also want to try Natural Pacific or CosRx. There's one European brand that works well for me, but they have a very limited variation in products. Since Korean products are more often caring for the skin, I thought there might be a Korean brand offering these kinds of products, but I haven't found one so far. Yeah, probably Natural Pacific or Choyarke Accent. A lot of their, apparently Choyarke, a lot of their ingredients come from plants, so the only thing is they're very expensive and they're hard to find. If you had the chance to collab with somebody of your choice, celebrity, fellow YouTuber, etc., who would it be? What would you do? Oh my god, one thing I want to do is I want to like collaborate with any of like the idol groups that have like a English speaking, like Jackson or something, or Bam Bam. Does he speak English? I don't know. Or it doesn't have to be an English speaking idol. It can be like any idol, to be honest. And I want to like, I'm actually planning on doing this with maybe Aura, but I want to teach them like drag lingo. Oh, that'd be so fun. Do you speak Tagalog or any other Philippine dialect? I don't really speak Tagalog that much anymore. Kunti lang. Hindi ako masyadong marunong mag-Tagalog ngayon. Ngayon, today, anymore. I don't speak Filipino that much anymore. I'm sorry. If you had a chance, would you collab with BTS or EXO with makeup and clothes? Love from Norway. Maybe BTS. I feel like I'd be more in tune with BTS. Favorite and least favorite Korean trends? Favorite, they come and go so quickly that I don't even know. Well, my least favorite is definitely like the huge, like wide pants with like the ripped end, like bottom of the pant. I think that looks like no shade to like people that do, but like I'm not about that ripped jean life. Like at the bottom, I don't like it. But my favorite, maybe like the really wide shirts with like the shoulder seam coming down to about here. I think it's very flattering, especially for someone like me that has really like narrow shoulders and really small body in general. I think I like the whole baggy top sort of look. So like, and I'll wear like tighter jeans. But lately, a lot of people would wear like the big top and the big bottom. So big bottom. Ugh. Are there any good Body Shop products you would recommend? I like the tea tree oil they have, and I also really like their body spray, the Moringa. It's my favorite, one of my favorite smells ever. Where do you do your hair? What's the color of your hair? In terms of getting it cut, I get my cut at Juno Hair in Chamsi. What's the color? Right now it's, well, I just colored a little bit before filming this video. I used the Manic Panic in Cotton Candy Pink, but before that she used Shiseido Pink number 7 and 9. Could you film yourself at the salon next time? I have videos where I am filming myself at the salon. Like I said, I did film when I got this hair done initially, like the pink, so that will be up at some point. How do you choose your hair color? Do you follow trends or get experimental? With my hair, I get a little bit more experimental. I don't really follow trends. I guess the gray was a trend, I suppose, but I thought it suited me so well that I kept it for a long time. How has your style developed and where do you mostly get your clothes? Like I said, Eyeliner, Water Plays, and J+. My style, being in Korea, you kind of, well, I'm more of like a follower, not very much a leader, so I do follow trends to some extent. Yeah, just being in Korea, you see what other people are wearing and you kind of follow suit. That's just me. What particularly interested you about Korea that made you want to live there? Well, definitely at first I was really into K-pop, so that really influenced when I would visit. Well, originally I didn't come to Korea because I wanted to like see all the idols, etc, etc. I visited because, well, I was definitely interested in Korea, in Korean culture, but when I found out my parents were moving here, I thought it was an opportunity to come visit. So I really liked living here because transportation, the food, and all that was amazing. These days, and like the makeup, obviously. So I don't know, that all kind of factored into how I, decided to move here or whatever. How did you practice on makeup to become so good at it? It really, like you said, it's just practice, doing it every day, watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube, getting tips from different people. What I discovered is that it's really good to like get makeup advice from different people from different places, so it all kind of culminates, because I used to be that person that would only learn from one person, but I found that's very limiting. I think it's a great idea to get advice from like all sorts of people, excluding Wonho. Who is number one puppy? Well, number one would be Wonho, but if it's not Wonho, then maybe I used to be really into Iki Kwang from Beast. Shona is really fucking hot. What places would you recommend going to when visiting Seoul? Other than like the usual Myeongdong, Dongdaemun, etc., Hongdae. I really like going to Konkuk University. I think it's really fun there, and I visit Gangnam a lot. I'm not a very good guide in terms of like looking for places to go in Korea, so if you need that, then go to Joan's channel. She's really, her vlogging channel, she's really good at that. Why did you decide to start a YouTube channel, and how's your life changed since then? Well, of course, I'm literally making a living off of it now, so that's amazing. But what decided to, I don't know, like, originally starting my account and uploading videos, it was just like random videos I would have on my cell phone. But then I got really influenced by a lot of beauty gurus at the time, like Bub's Beauty and Michelle Phan. So I like teaching people things and like sharing my advice on things. So that's why I started uploading beauty videos. When did you start using makeup? I started using, the first time was in high school. Yeah, like 10th or 11th grade. What is the fondest memory of your childhood? In high school, when I met my best friend in Germany. We're still friends even today, so yeah, every time I hung out with her, it was just the most amazing time. So to someone who through your YouTube is beginning to like makeup more but is hopeless at following tutorials, what would you advise? Definitely, well, one, practice definitely makes perfect, because my eye shape is not the same as everyone else. So if I'm ever doing a look, I advise you to kind of like translate the look and see how it can translate to your eye shape. Like I said, like my eye crease is not the same place as your eye crease. The length of my eye is not the same length as yours. So it all depends on how you can, like the placement and like how you can make it work for your own face. But it really just boils down to practice. Best Korean foundation. I really like the Etude House Double Lasting. If you're talking about cushion, the Pony Effect Everlasting Cushion. What are your pet peeves? What are some things on your bucket list? What do you love? Okay, well, what are my pet peeves? I hate when people are like, Edward, I love you, but it's always like the but part, as if adding the Edward, I love you part is gonna make it any better. It just annoys the hell out of me. Also, people that don't know how to make up, I'm really bad at this because I'm very indecisive, but I'm thinking like this event that we had recently with Beauty Beast, and there were two like main guys, and they weren't giving us like clear instructions. Like one person was telling us one thing and the other was telling another thing, and like I don't like that. I like when I know what we're gonna be doing, and I hate when that sort of situation. I hate it. What are some things on your bucket list? Visit England, I guess. Meet Pony. Meet Wonho! What do you love most and hate about Korea? I love transportation. Love it. I love the food. What do I hate? The fact that the winters are so damn cold and then the summers are so damn hot. It's like both extremes. Would you rather get a lifetime supply of Pony Effect and get access to everything before it's released, but you have to move back to the US and could never travel overseas? Oh my god. Or never be able to use makeup again and have free flights to any country for the rest of your life? Oh my god, that's a good question. Maybe get free flights to any country for the rest of my life, because I can get these brows tattooed and I can get them skint lasers. So yeah. If you could spend the night with 3 K-pop groups, who would it be? Oh my god. Monster X, obviously. I don't even know why that's a question. BTS? That sounds really weird coming from me, but I don't know, they seem really fun, I guess. And My Teen, only because I saw them in person, they're like really fucking cute. So, Dear Eddie, I was wondering what Korean skincare lovers think of Western products. Are they interested in German skincare, for example? I'm not sure because I'm not those people. I don't really care for American skincare, but if it's like European skincare, that's where it's at. European labs just know how to make skincare. American brands, not so much. What do you think of Big Bang's You Come Back? I'm Deceased. I love Fuck It. Fuck It is amazing. That's like my style of music. So how would you define yourself when high school? I was very awkward. I was skinny. Well, I'm still skinny. Yeah, I was just really awkward just thinking about it. I tried so hard to impress people. I kind of regret doing that. I feel like I was trying too hard to be someone I wasn't in high school. Are you dating anyone or low-key like Woojung? I don't like Woojung like that. I know a lot of people are always shipping us, but I think they should just stop because I don't like Woojung that way. No, I'm not dating anyone right now. How is coming out to your friends in Korea? Was it easy to come out or more difficult? Well, one, with my friends, they probably already knew, so I didn't have to say. I didn't really come out to anyone though. They all kind of just knew. Why are you still single? Girl, I don't fucking know. Girl, you tell me. Where do you find your hats? Aland or Wonder Place, I tend to get my hats at. Or J+. What's your favorite Filipino food? Oh my god, maybe Filipino spaghetti or like lechon. I love lechon. Oh my god. Or adobo. Oh my god. Or sinigang. I haven't had Filipino food in so long. If your home were to catch on fire, what were the first 3 things you would grab? My cell phone, my laptop, and that sounds so materialistic, but you're asking me the question. So, and my extra battery thing. It's the worst answer ever. I'm sorry. When did you first start getting into Korean beauty, K-pop, Korean culture? Back in like 2009, I think. When G came out, you know, Girls' Generation G and Honey by Kara, when those came out, my friend introduced those to me, and that's when it started. Please tell me what camera did you use to take this glorious shot? I use the camera I'm using now to film, the A7S Mark II. Do you have any sayings you live by? Start the rest is easy. Like that one. I apply that to a lot of things in my life. Where did you buy a beret I needed for science? I got that from Style Nanda. How do you get so confident in yourself? I think doing YouTube and doing this thing has helped me practice, I guess, being a little bit more confident, putting myself out there on the internet for, you know, for the public, putting myself on public display. I think that helped my confidence, I suppose, and the fact that there's so many people out there like you guys supporting me and like really supporting what I do and, you know, things like that. Getting so much positivity from people really helps. I feel like being in high school and like having your parents and all these assholes around you, and well, not every parent, but you know, all these assholes yelling at you and like putting you down, that really makes of course your confidence just like go down the fucking shitter. So with all this positivity coming in, it really helps my confidence, I guess. So give us little tips on how to be a great beauty YouTuber like you. Well, one, I'm not that great of a beauty YouTuber, to be honest. All my makeup looks the same. My skin is terrible. So I don't try to be different is all I'm gonna say. If this is for someone that's like trying to start a YouTube channel, try to be, I know people say try to be yourself, but sometimes being yourself is not enough. So try to find a way to be different from other people, because there's so many people that want to be beauty YouTubers these days. It's hard to get noticed. So why does Woojung act more gay than you? I think Woojung is just he's like overcompensating. I suppose like because he knows I'm gay, he's trying to like pretend, I guess, as well, but that he like overshoots it, and so he starts acting too gay, and I'm just like, I think he's just like overdoing it for the camera. How long did it take for you to find the style you have now? I'm still experimenting with styles, but nothing suits me. I would say maybe a year. When I started really making money, so I was able to buy clothes, that's when I was able to like find a style. I don't know. Being creative, there's so many different kinds of styles that I just found one that I like. All about what you enjoy and what you find yourself most comfortable in, because it's not whether something exactly suits you, I guess, or not. It's just about if you like the way you look at it, then great. What products do you use for your hair, like shampoo, conditioner, all that good stuff? Your hair is always so cute and looks amazing. Love you so much. Oh, thank you. Love you too. I'll be honest, with hair care products, it's always different for me. I'm always just using whatever I have in there. When I had gray hair, I was using the Clairol Shimmer Lights for a long time. I really like the... Alright, my camera died. You know how Wen... that brand Wen that makes cleansing conditioners? I don't have that one, but I have one from Sally's that's similar. I think it's called Hair One, or I forgot. It's in my shower, but I'm too lazy to get it. But I like to use that. I did add gray hair dye to it though, so I can't use it in my hair now. But I really liked using that as like whenever I did wash my hair, and whenever once a week I would use a shampoo. But lately I've only just been using the Lush shampoo. But that one really strips my hair of the color, so I don't know. What's your favorite place to eat in Seoul? It always changes, but Lately I've been really into going to Brotherhood Kitchen because of them chicken waffles up in Apgujeong, or not Apgujeong, in Gangnam. But if not there, I really also love One Harmony Bosam. Love it. Does toner fix ingrown hairs? I don't know how, but one hair in my eyebrow is ingrown somehow. I don't think so. Besides Beauty Beast and your current channel, what plans do you have for 2017? Are you in Wujong apartment hunting? Do you have any interest in visiting other cities in Korea? Example, Busan. Or going on trips with friends in or out of South Korea. I definitely want to go to Japan with a friend. Do you have any plans for 2017? I'm planning on just doing what I'm doing. Hopefully, film season 2 of Beauty Beast if I happen to be a member of season 2. Ujong and I are not partnering. He's moving in somewhere else when he comes back to Korea in January. So no, if I do move to another apartment, it'll be by myself. Maybe in Gangnam. Are you Korean? I am not Korean. Oh, is that the last question? I think that was it. Jesus Christ, that was like an hour. More fun for you guys, I guess. But yeah, that was my Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll do this more often because I feel like it shows another side of me that I never really get to show. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!